And they would begin rocking back and forth. When they all got going, it was like so many metronomes, just rocking. In time terms, it would be about as dusk deepened into early evening. Lightning bugs flickering around over the honeysuckle vines just beyond the porch. And they would talk each evening, unless there was some local gossip to supersede it temporarily. They would talk about the self-same thing. And they would begin rocking back and forth. And they would begin rocking back and forth.
Open a window and close the events. And if you're lucky, then you'll miss the glass and crack your neck on the blacktop. Time met foolery, invaded rap stock. While I bury worth in soil, reaping cash crop. You had a laughing stock, and I'll lead it to the slaughter. An example of how to treat men if I ever have a daughter. Puff after puff, exhale after inhale. Rush after rush, re-up after exhale. And that's my life, and at times I'm probably dreaming. Cause this race is a figure eight, no deviation from weaving webs of words for heads with precision of arachnids. I'm a mattress, I'm stroking my pen just for practice. Night after night, spawns visit my bedbed to confirm the fact that the roses would be dead soon. Surface intestinal fortitude with a red spoon, and dampen the evening as the moon is fed gloom.
Yo, the circle keeps me laughing loud about how the clitoris within your disposition is projected outward. Got a crowd of mother figures, got a lot of love to give you as I sift through the undernourished gifts. Welcome to the show, sir, no guest list. Unless your girl is down to wash my hair and make me breakfast. As reckless as it smells, it's a long way from hell. And there it is until I run out of thoughts to sell. Fell from a tornado of fire, the perpendicular lung collapsed and trying to inflate the tire. The robots go nuts when on the donuts they roll. They can't handle the speed, money, slow down, slow. All around the globe I hear the whisper of the pussy whip. I'd be more than content just to sit and look at it. Born from atmosphere, raised on prints. If life was a snare, y'all would flinch.
I bully duck walkers, who's wide, I limit a file when I ain't conspicuous scumbag bitch images. Sort of sunk society of similars. Can't tell a country folk from the villagers. They all got guns and jerk to the same pinup girls. I'll die from now on out. Kid, I'm only pit out which inhabits rabbit a capital fat thought bubble. It's like what not cuddled in the crease. It takes more than a fan base to mandate the bliss disbursement. Earn the peace, I can feel it. I know that stiff industry while when I got you riding dirt bikes on time. I want my $2 shit. Pressure, at least until justice is served. I'ma bust this straight and arrow to the motherfucker curve. Struggle with the style, so when I draw its next, crooked on the way out. I'll be the king style violent with writing on violently cocked back to paint a beautiful picture like Mr. Adolf Hitler sucking cock for crack.
Life is living in a prison where they like just a vision. It's cold in here, spending time in the hole made to listen to screams of other MCs. Caged in rhythm, slaves to rhythm, hold on favoritism, hold on plagiarism. So I close my eyes, hoping to find escapism and fade away from the games played, at least for a moment. But dreams of my opponents that I notice when my dilated eyes focus, slide into my lab after my eye closes like locusts, leaving even quicker than they came, abandoning my field of dreams for a bigger name. With all my strength, I'm defending my flickering fame. Adrenaline allows me to ignore the feeling of pain and front like I'm winning the game. Yes, adrenaline allows me to ignore the feeling of pain and front like I'm winning the game.
Desperately searching for a pattern in the puke green stains that indicate the amount of miles remaining on this tour. Eyes occasionally bouncing back to the radio clock, keeping track of the minutes swallowed as we speed to shore. I can't seem to wrap my mind around any kind of order. The signs randomly pop up yelling 20 miles left, 8 miles left. I imagine what I once stepped on. It always stays ahead of me, planting these signs, secretly leading me to Jesus hidden Christ in a lunchbox. I really am schizophrenic. A friend once told me he could see it in my hand. Whole life I told readers it's just because the road was too bumpy and the bulb above my head didn't give off enough sight. So why am I still on this highway? Accelerating, striving for a home, knowing there's no end to this street. I should stop driving right now and just sit here, cause when it stops, what I actually did will be obsolete.
Little brother, we bump your shit. Yo, you walk into the place with your little brother and be like, yo, check it out.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Just make sure that you keep your mouth closed.
Hey, yo,
Yo, shut the fuck up when you're talking to me. I like the sound of that. Yo, what the fuck's your problem? You should be really good fucking friends right now. I like that. Hey, yo. Shut the fuck up and die is what I really want to say to you. Hope someone hits you in your face till it's 80 different shades of blue. Isn't there anything better you got to do than jack my crew? I sever contenders and render the healing process impossible. You talk trash behind my back, trying to act like you know me. But when you see me at the show, you give me that like we're homies. Remember bad day? Thought I was through talking shit. Now I'm like, fuck the world, just cause you walk on it.
Now with a stink of burnt bridges, inches into the end zone, where every breath of bad karma's reciprocated tenfold. Enjoy that last boogie when life raises the gavel. It symbolizes your very last chance to act like an asshole. Plastic soldiers grabbing at their holsters, trying to burst imaginary heaters in their ghost wars. Each jackal eventually slip backwards, showcasing how the best waste your life by trying to dismantle the patchwork.
If you pass this test, I'll be sure to pin your red badge of courage through your chest flesh with swift hands. The way your blood will flood, you'll switch plans till blue water's red quicksand, sinking deeper into the potion. I'll bottle my jism and sell it to your wisdom as some hand lotion. I walk the fine line between being ill and being sick, and you walk the fine line between being pussy and being a bitch.
I hold attention spans like drumsticks and play solos that sound like Coltrane, high on cocaine. And now the clouds are quarter notes and I'm a mortal man, thinking I can float, but maybe I'm delirious. So this is a psychedelic experience. Either way, I know it makes me a better lyricist, and you ain't hardly hard. In fact, you a coward that backbites behind closed doors like Marv Albert.
It's the sour taste of self-esteem swallowed through a straw, enough to make your stomach bloat and leave a swollen jaw. I'm holding balls, you're holding breath. How much of your soul is left? Frozen steps, snooze button, perpetual overslept. Wake the fuck up and sit the fuck down and shut your fuck hole and ask yourself what now? Rip them to shreds, lift them by the head, spin them around and let them look at what they did to the bread.
Sit, fetch, play dead beg. Your political alignment walks with a peg leg. I patch celebrations of an awkward opus, not because it's fly, but simply because I can identify.
I carry the type of clout that sneaks below the radar. The less they know about is the more that I can take apart. I got a few famous alter egos inside of my frame. It's how I deal with these people that don't know my real name.
I fired the angels, hired a miser to hide in the rainbows, and murdered the worthless merchants purely for kicking the same old, same old. You're what happened when God hiccups. The content and a fraction of my product to leave your whole project crushed.
The Orphanage got a quality crew. You got a bunch of teeny boppers following you. To all you pastel poets, I'm talking to you. Who's the gay rapper? It's probably you.
Print, they all whole cakes. No flavor like cookies that I no bake. I like sacks fully buttered up with no shake. We prepare rare forms, 5 snowflakes. The wagon, no
Now
breaks.
these here brittle bitches cuddle up the syncopated sixes in triplicate. I cripple it just to fiddle with the syllabus. I hate slackers. They burn through my city by thickening up the atmosphere and thinning out the madness.
Whatever the language, Blueprint freaks it well. From visual basic down to speak and spell. I'll even battle these weak MCs with braille. Not to be fucked with, any MC can tell.
Cause you the cat that packs pin caps to piece they thought train. I sodomize them with 6 broomsticks to watch them walk strange. Slug drowns them and spit idea snaps the camera. Aesop prepares eulogies and iambic pentameter.
It's the Orphanage. Certified Kevorkians, rappers be torturing my dick. Chat lips will leave the foreskin ripped. Unless you're giving props, put a cork in it as I give you a new reason never to record your
We've
shit.
spent the most time working this gold mine. Everybody's got their own story, I wrote mine. Everybody's got their own words, you quote mine. Everybody thinks I'm fucking nuts, wanna hold mine?
Circles round your life to capture all inside your sight. Magic tricks for skeptics, say the ice is thin, stay off the lake. Waiting for a clock to punch, wish I could breathe and stop a lunch. If I stop to count the leaves on only one of these here trees. Not sure that I know it's pure. Wanna kill the insecure. Some respect, some resent, some remain from start to end. Wear my heart on my short sleeves. I'm stuck out here, I lost my keys. From the roof I watch the street and pray for those that's caught beneath. As long as I know right from wrong, I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs.
As long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs. I don't know what I have left to give other than truth and breath. Angel when she shuts her eyes likely will lead to my demise. In between my time is short, about to start my last resort. Wake me up when it's time to make babies talking planet earthquake. Tie the laces, touch the ground, let emotions rupture now. As long as I know right from wrong, I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs.
as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs.
well, as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs.
as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my
well,
songs.
as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing.
I wanna lift every yellow brick. I've never felt pressure to have to justify my selfishness. At least not to you or yours, maybe just my friends and fellowships. As long as the mood is somehow linked to my enhanced development, I swear they'll understand. There's a storm outside my tenement, beats upon the windows with Mother Nature's adrenaline. I guess that's why my homie Blockhead stays glued to the television. Now I look less intelligent, cause I'm the one that tried to bear the elements and lost. Well, it's warmed by the filament, huddled up close in the company of all my relatives. Stories, laughs, black coffee, and honest to God sentiment. Cocooned inside the unified efforts to all get settled in, away from where the rain pours. Well, count your delegates, weed out the bums who practice migration other than elegant. Of course, I realize the filtering procedure's delicate, but let devils inside to collide with your overzealousness and for the rock bottom. Spot them with their carelessness, the urge can burst and turn even those pacifists to militant. You can't even have half a free second to become jealous, and you gotta aim fire and aspire to be model veteran, buried in merit badges. I'm stuck in the center and could care less about the eye of the storm and its monstrous measurements. I got a defense that I call cooling with my brethren. Sometimes I get wet, but it's better than risking life and limb to me. Don't you agree?
As long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my song.
as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my song.
as long as I know right from
I'll
wrong,
be okay, I'll sing my song.
as long as I know right from
I'll
wrong.
be okay, I'll sing. If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you wanna push,
Bags and shit. Cat's mask scat.
Can't trust it.
Can't trust them.
Yo, what's up, Neil?
What's up, Brink?
I figure we bring it boom back, you know?
Boom back to the stage.
Rough and rugged, not none of that art gallery shit.
Breaking bread on motherfuckers' heads. I brought rhymes to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly, and blueprint said
I brought
grace.
beats to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly. Illogic said grace.
I brought rhymes to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly, and blueprint said
I
grace.
brought beats to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly. Illogic said grace. Illogic said grace. Illogic said grace.
I'm no longer tickled by you fickle fabrications of simple exhortations, calculated with nonsense, actually elevated now that I'm weightless, no longer lost in you flossing with your teeth of a greenish tint. I've been rhyming since time and energy held hands, and you just had your first session last week, but you nice, asking to do a song with ill and I hope to flex and skill, but your vocals won't come out right, cause it's your second time at a mic.
What the hell is he doing?
I don't know, Print, the way these cats flow whack and wanna act like they're not feeling me, claiming I make up words and that I'm too abstract, cause I expand vocab in the lab and barely spit a simile. I'm trying to take hip-hop to places it's never been, like your mom's deck, instead of having your sister hold me in her dreams. Want your grandma at my show, rocking my shirt, and your pops asking to use your copy of Unforeseen, cause I dropped the fly-ish. Like an eagle smuggling illegal substance in vials, fumbling droppings. You already receiving hate mail from labels telling you whack. Never catching a hint, you continue to keep shopping. They just don't get it.
They need to be served on the finest china.
With a tall glass of fresh wine squeezed from the grapes of
With
wrath.
the
Linoleum tablecloth and their raps as napkins till they can listen to their own whack rapping and laugh.
I brought beats to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly. Illogic said grace.
I brought rhymes to the table, and everybody
everybody made space, divided it accordingly, and blueprints said
I
grace.
brought beats to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly. Illogic said grace.
I brought rhymes to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly, and blueprints said grace. And blueprints said grace. And
there ain't enough time in the day to shred your gay documents. You heard what it takes, but you still did the opposite. And fronted like you was hungry for a battle, but you better restrict what you crave to White Castles. You want food for thought? How you like apples? I got one with a worm in it I can toss at you. And I can tell by the way you bite styles that your natural instincts to catch it in your mouth. Straight sharking. But I got a box full of fingertips locked in my closet. When cats bite mine, I make deposits. It's sad what you gotta do to make them stop it. Take these words home and think them through, or the next hand with 4 fingers might belong to you. Cats got it wrong cause they know your song. They think they got the right to stick their nose where it don't belong. You wanna know where Brit be digging at? You wanna know what spot I got my drums from? You wanna know what I be making beats on? I got a new piece of gear, now you want one. Ain't nothing wrong with sharing information, but there was a lot of bullshit I had to go through. It made me appreciate the art form more, and you be missing that if I just told you. Cats be like,
you nice on the beats, Blueprint. Can you do something for me? Your shit's hot.
But when you say you don't believe in doing beats for free, all of a sudden the phone call stop. Fine, now I can concentrate on me and mine, and bum rushing any open door we can find. I rep Greenhouse Effect, seems we're gonna drop it. Like Cynicis by the album when I drop it.
I brought rhymes to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly, and blueprints said grace.
I brought beats to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly. Illogic said grace.
I brought rhymes to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly, and blueprints said
I
grace.
Brought beats to the table, and everybody made space, divided it accordingly. Illogic said grace.
I brought rhymes. He brought beats. I brought rhymes. He brought beats. I brought rhymes. He brought beats. The rest of you motherfuckers is weak.
They suck.
Look at me for a second. No, I'm serious. Look at me. Honestly, ask yourself, looking at me, do you really think that there is any way possible for you to embarrass me? Look at me. Do you really think I care what you think? Do you really think I care what you say? Look at me.
I'm embarrassed by my past actions and even more ashamed by my present thoughts and future endeavors to clear my name. I'm embarrassed by my past actions and even more ashamed by my present thoughts and future endeavors to clear my name.
I'm embarrassed, I'm embarrassing, I'm an embarrassment, and it's all adding up. I'm embarrassed, I'm embarrassing, I'm an embarrassment, and it's all adding up. So preoccupied with self-indulgency to see what you provided me. I fully appreciate your offering. The awful things in life are lesson, but lessons of self-acceptance. I'm a best and I regret keeping a distance. For future reference, don't burn bridges are preventable. I know the tribes, humanity as a whole, it will collide. Now close the gap, dwell on what we share, what separates us. We're all different, but what makes us a unit? Music is a universal language, so it's anguish, pain, and torment. Balance of emotions, it shows our happiness have opponents. No one picking sides, one without the other is impossible. Forgot what I was supposed to say. They call it bipolar, unstable conditions, they got me looking over my shoulder. The book that I wrote you was meant to move the time slower, but it was spent cooking my mind's motor. Now I'm older, I'm embarrassed by my past actions and even more ashamed by my present thoughts and future endeavors to clear my name. Embarrassed by my past actions and even more ashamed by my present thoughts and future endeavors of future name.
I'm embarrassed, I'm embarrassing, I'm an embarrassment, and it's all adding up. I'm embarrassed, I'm embarrassing, I'm an embarrassment, and it's all adding up. It was in the cards that I'm to be forever haunted. Hip-hop is slowly but surely becoming the big brother I never wanted. Hold me but hurt me, purely demonic. Still my head is astonished with sonics, aesthetics, poetics, and honest, unpolished rhetoric. Everything as is negative, consciously added, constantly get rid of the rigorous, repetitive movements embedded in you. Since it's easier to talk to you about it than to do it, here I am, center of the spotlight. They all drunk and smiling, waiting for the cockfight. Time to entertain since the clock of life. So I became the freaking kid I'm staring at, even though you know it's not right. Embarrassment sits in between insecurity and arrogance. I'm a machine with a clarity I can barely grip. So if I seem red in the face, it's not cause I feel out of place. It's just that I'm embarrassed by my past actions and even more ashamed by my present thoughts and future endeavors to clear my name. Embarrassed by my past actions and even more ashamed by my present thoughts and future endeavors to kill the breakdown.
And I could yell all day, all night, all day. I still doubt that you would hear a word I say. And I could drive all night, all day, all night. But if you stay with me, you'll never get it right. And I could yell all day, all night, all day. I still doubt that you would hear a word I say. And I could drive all night, all day, all night. But if you stay with me, you'll never get it right. I was never much for the self-driven skepticism. I was that cat that let distraction affect my vision. You were the kitten that would scream to cover up the sound of landing or crashing. However it was going down, but it's going down, it's going fast. And I have no doubts about whether or not it's gonna last. Fill the glass, tilt your head back, let it trickle through the throat to where you hide your giggles and your laughs. I'll wait to find the correct departure time. Shut my eyes to keep the lights from climbing up inside the mind. Some belong to you, and some belong to me, but none of them escape the contemplation necessary. You can't scare me, but you can keep it buried. Put your hands on the circle, try to steer me. And now that I sing all of my songs for singing, I'm guessing that it's just a test to see how strong I can bring it.
I start my city with a brick, then add another brick. Brick by brick, I manufacture homes for fallen angels. I ain't no great Samaritan, that's just the way the game goes. Respect the polars, but acknowledge middle value rainbows. My snout's turned up from Dream Factory outlets, slinging bottled prosperity for the kamikaze colonel. Yeah, bronze to match that burned his Nazi journal. Plotting verticals amidst the blatantly horizontal models, then swallowed by famished potholes. And I'm tired, sign up on these functions. Kill the cotton candy clouds and Huckleberry Justice League. Another knuckle dragger dungeon breed. Run, breathe, sit, bellow. Wild ace scream through your style to hear the echo. Alright then, flinch for the great granddaddy payback when little Billy bought a tugboat. Now he thinks he's Captain Ahab. Fascist, it takes more than peg legs, birds, and eye patches. Learn that lesson, you'll be swashbuckling with the best of them. Whipped over spilt milk and got your crayons wet. The room reeks of 1,000 bayonets. I vision with a line longer than your most walked meridian, connecting life with that little species of idiot. We've now officially scraped barrel bottom, Aesop Rock and apple to the core, but y'all ignored them. Well, I know a planet made of porcelain, and once I get tired of holding this gavel up, y'all prayer circles met I'm more born again. I ain't too good for tap water. Play tap set of order for a ballad, for some dead man walking. You can lead a man to city, but that don't assure civility. You can beat a man to death with Aesop Rock bootleg CDs. More fun anyway. Some cats float, some cats don't. I speak in Fahrenheit and burn off coal and lyric. Piss blatant harassment, spit honor, whistle fearless. Don't dismiss the Billy Good appearance for that common sheet.
Now with my trusty paperclip, I pick locks of thoughts vault, find in the garden barren. The harvest fruitless, only the tree of life flourishing. Wanting to take a bite, but I'm toothless. Is that predestination or is it by design that I'm trapped in time?
Worn out, mantelpieces dusted, idols idolized. The sands have been shifted, curtains have been closed. Sleepers all awake, the hourglass smashed and didn't leave me an escape.
Wingless angels, stroller top, shapeless cotton balls with halos in disarray. Celestial ground is found exposed in a bottomless depth, where heartless spawns await to devour the small piece of your soul that's you're immersed in sound, floating, aimless destination. Drop anchor to gain stability, sterile potions restrain fertility. Pedestal talk is a token, soaked in pockets where lives topics lack conceptual ridicule. The night breathes when light is choking. Darkness occupies the throne where poems are persecuted. The purity of time diluted. Rhymes are executed for genre, I'm told. When has-beens attempt to cause heat to rise and wonder why they're trapped in the cold. Life's an origami box and I'm hidden within the fold. So when the yarn unravels, I won't be caught by surprise. And as society's fabric of orthodox is dismantled, I'll see you embracing a pentagram within its crucifix disguise. See, when the canvas stands before me, I'm compelled to spill a vision. For the sinners that listen, I got 3 spikes and a thorn crown. It seems I need a new soul, cause mine is worn down. But from the pregnancy of my hardship was born style. Still my pen bleeds and stains the paper with thought, finding me lost among statues of mainstream idols. Drowning in melted ice to reinforce that breath is vital. Your father and his father were
fish out of water, you must break the cycle. How many times must a plant be uprooted for it to die? When it's smothered with lies that abolish the potency of the skies. And when the stars burn out and God replaces the bulbs with 1,000,000 watts, throws the switch, sparks filament, hurting blue giants and I'll stand on my own too, with aura illuminated in red, showcasing the agony held within this welded spirit, sacrificing itself for the health of a masochistic culture, yearning for the truth that we speak but refuse to hear it.
Trusty paper erected, effigies built, Slug in coin, songs have been written, rumors have been circulated, photographs faked, the hourglass smashed,
is
the
it by
day
design that I'm
escape,
trapped in
music
time
boxes have been worn
should
out,
a radio wish control before my rhyme lands? I can't like aluminum, and I recycle my consciousness. Just a note for every action, lack thereof, there's a consequence.
Alrighty then. Yeah. Like this. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status.
Cause before we touched the mic, you actually were believing that the bullshit you do is called MCing.
That ain't MCing. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rock the mic, you cats will stop believing that bullshit you do should even be called MCing.
I don't brag and boast for pure recreation. If I say I'll serve a rapper, I'm just giving you useful information. You already proved that you're fake, choking in a vocal booth, poking holes in your swollen throat, hopelessly redoing your takes. I whip that crew into shape. Embarrass you so bad, the arrogance you had will turn into a voice telling you to move out of state. Wait, let me guess, you the dopest out of everyone you know and got the balls to think you can fuck with a pro? I don't think so. You need to reevaluate what you're doing. Blueprint and Eyedea, redefine this shit called rhyming, stupid high and drenched felines. That's why I don't make battle music, cause I don't need to write songs about battling, bitch. I do it. So tell your camp if anyone got beef, they can pick a place to meet and I'll greet them with defeat. But if not, tell them to keep coming to the shows, waving their hands, yelling ho like the fans we all know. Yo,
you gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause before we hit the stage, you were actually believing what you did prior to this was MCing.
That ain't MCing.
You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status.
Cause after we rip the mic, you kids will stop believing that the bullshit you and your boys do on the weekend is MCing.
I got the feeling I've already heard your verse. So any turn you take will only be a turn for the worse. That's the truth and I know it hurts. You're so bad I'll have the last laugh even when I rhyme first. I hear the frontin', I hear loud talking, I see the posing, I hear the dogs barking. But listen dog, nuts, you ain't a hard target, cause every bar you rhyme is just a nail in your coffin. Every battle is a chance to see another cat lose to me. I don't write battle raps, I write eulogies for herbs that got nerve to think they can't be whack, cause they undefeated in the mirror battling fantasy cats. I rep grown man, get manhandle rap. You rep open-toed sandals and fanny packs. Beat Blueprint or Eyedea? Can't see that. We'll give you a free L plus your sanity back, bitch. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status.
Cause before we hit your circle, you weaklings were believing what you did before we got there was MCing.
That ain't MCing. You gotta realize you're fucking with the baddest. Make these so-called rappers reevaluate their status. Cause after we rock the mic, you cats will stop believing that bullshit you do should even be called MCing.
So, have you figured out what the fuck you doing wrong yet?
Cats with no stage presence shouldn't rock a long
Yo,
set.
if you come into my show, you better have a strong neck.
Cause heads nod way out of control when
Yo,
we're
my
on
man,
deck.
I couldn't keep myself awake for the 5 minutes your song's
They
stretched.
can't move a crowd cause they lack the arm strength. The kind of cats that I'd rather keep at arm's length. Frontin' like they hard when we know that they harmless.
MCs, they be the first to get scared. While we kicking verses, they weak, squeezing a teddy bear. The Orphanage turns your concept of a rap career from a pretty daydream into your worst nightmare.
Yes, right there, the feeling of perfection, quite rare. Fully loaded mic bullies, Blueprint, Eyedea. I can smell victory in a night's air. Weightless, rhyme sayers.
Hey dad,
Hey, what's up?
take a seat. We need to speak about your actions as of late. It seems you've lost yourself and are now on a search for fate. There's no debate. How can you equate happiness to making ripples in the lake of flames you create? Every time you search your mind to find ways to down my matriarch, full of yourself just cause you're the patriarch. I'm making art and you're making a mess of the time this family has left in the flesh.
Whoa, hold up, now let's wait a minute, son. From where is this coming from? What are you saying? Are you attacking my behavior? What's done is done. And I've done what is what. I'm not trying to get defensive, but I don't understand the question.
Well, you're posing as a man of care and love. Help for years, now I feel the tears that pierce my heart as spears from my mom's eyes. Catapulted my anger as taunted. Time flies, but time isn't Icarus. It'll fall soon enough. Hopefully before that you'll wake up and break from the mental makeup. Handcuffs, this is no bluff, no game. I'm not playing. See the straight face?
Yeah, I can read the straight face.
And I hope this makes you see how blame tastes.
Wait, let me get this straight. The child that I've created is debating the food I've got on my plate. Have you had the chance to taste the seasoning sprinkled about my thinking and my reasoning for how I keep on keeping on?
How you what? Keep on looking outside, mom, for pleasure? How you keep on behind life's beat by one measure? Not caring that you're walking down a path of endless laughs. Glad to be in last place, encased in a lower moral class. I don't see how you can be content to be part of family history as an unsympathetic low life with strife fueling you.
I'm not hearing you, you're a man, I'm a man. Go find a woman and a piece of land, leave me to stand.
You feel like a man? Huh? Maybe you can stop hating me, I'm bringing your mother back. Maybe we can start being father and son again. You ain't my father, you ain't my father, you ain't my father, you ain't my father, you ain't my father.
Yeah, I'll leave you, but not to stand, cause you're conceited. Thinking the planet revolves around your way of thinking, sinking into the quicksand of drinking and fornicating. It's so amazing how many view love as a plate.
Is that what this is about? Yo, I love your mom, and I love her till the day the universe breaks and the earthquakes take away all the birthdays. On top of that, I've broken my back and succeeded in giving my people everything my people needed. In fact, the only thing to suffer from my selfishness was myself and my own mental health. My bones, my heart, my pride, and my right to find my truth and my mistakes I didn't get to make as a
Yeah,
youth.
you must be making up for the mistakes now, cause you're making a whole hell of a lot of them. Your pride, it needs to be swallowed down to the pits of digestion. I'm guessing on my little brothers, you don't wanna leave a good impression. So I'm stressing that I take responsibility for my actions and don't run from them. How can someone not respect a human prospect that comes
This
from
isn't a form of disrespect, it is what it is. I'm just trying to find the shadows that my travels happen to miss. I tell you what, when you've seen and smelled the sense I've been dealt, when you wear the pants and the belt, and when you finally find the patterns to yourself, maybe then and only then, might be then you can pretend to
But see,
help.
I found my self-worth. I'm trying to help you find yours. I've trudged through this garden of marksmen and knee-high apple cores, parallel my face to the floor day after day until I made up in my mind that I was gonna have to find my way. I'm trying to say that I've been through a lot, maybe not as much as you, but I probably didn't take as much for me to wake up. True indeed, you're my father, but fathers also need counsel. So take criticism, listen before giving, and swallow that mouthful.
Well, the poison doesn't flow that far from the flower. You've got your own thorns to regret and be proud of. I understand your questions, your skepticism and anger, but sometimes there's no right or wrong answer.
Well, of course not, cause in this life change is the only constant. I'm just trying to understand why you're bathing yourself in nonsense.
Check the content, you're a man, I'm a man. Go find a woman and a piece of land, leave me to stand.
My favorite things include hip-hop crowds that ain't biased, singing heads participate in real rhyme ciphers, open mics with nobody spitting the written, original MCs that love being
My
different.
favorite things include open minds to open mics. And when I get open from rhymes that strike, creativity's a plus. Plus an MC that can crush without a cuss and incise with a dope
My
chick
favorite is
bust.
be girls that pop and lock. They're able to rock the spot. Passers by that stop and jock. Cats that come to a hip-hop spot without feeling the need to cop a Glock and lick
When a
shots.
true MC spits raps, compose a delicate prose on tracks, and when it's felt by the masses, platinum respect lacking blunt ashes. Battle clashes from the top to drop any approaching amateur when a challenge is up to
MCs
caliber.
that shine without boasting. MCs that rhyme with emotion. Elevation without the high posted. MCs MCs that never lose touch and do their own street
when an
promotion.
MC, spirituality is the point focal. Mine's bi-coastal, expanding beyond the local. And when I'm chilling with the pen and pad, filling the lab with vocals and melodic tunes that reek of the underground
Somebody
perfume.
I don't know gives me compliments. Seeing humbleness replace overconfidence. Hearing MCs that rap about the consequence instead of glorifying a lifestyle that lacks any type of
the
common
lack of
sense.
whack rhyme writing and rhyme biting. The igniting of flames that fuel innovation. Tapping into the realm of concentration. To where the listener feels these hop dimensions. Lyrics to make aliens stop
The
to
absence
listen.
of yelling on my mixtapes. Any additional loops in my milk crates. Record shops where I cop all my beat breaks. Recording every one of my verses on the very first tape.
When the loop speed doesn't exceed 90, and to catch a line, an MC must rewind me to know my mom's behind me. That I've made this my art, my culture, my release, my outlet by means through which I reveal the beat.
When my EPS doesn't overheat, rebooting and I lose an entire beat. When somebody wanna diss or underrate me, I know this sounds strange, but it motivates me.
Stereotypes crushed. The shatter of gray batter, clutch the mic till it rusts. When an unforeseen kid busts in wild styles to thrust thoughts like rapids to rush. These are a few of our favorite things in hip hop, and there's a lot more where those came from. Don't play dumb, you know there's some of yours too. And if not, jot some, serve them, then do your best to preserve them. Our favorite things in hip hop, and there's a lot more where those came from. Don't play dumb, you know there's some of yours too. And if not, jot some, serve them, then do your best to preserve them. These are a few of my favorite things.
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 These is a few of my favorite things.
Man, these are a few of my favorite things.
Yeah, yo. Check it out, yo. Unforeseen shadow. Yo, is Aesop Rock home?
Hello. Wrong buzzer, man.
Nah.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello, who is this?
Yo, tell him Slug and Eyedea stop by.
man. Yo, I swear.
Nah, he's got the
Stop,
number.
man.
You got a cigarette?
Nah,
3 torn ligaments.
Yo, a Mach 10 a lend a hand. We rock negative Mach to lend a hand to zealots. I walk the block with a can of phantom repellent. Acapella gonna breadcrumbs, spray the crowd. Did a gun up to their stomach, shut the fuck
Let's
up.
make a sharp turn to avoid this road of hard burn. Those that are smart learn to carefully count the amount they hard earns. Barefoot we walk on a dirt trail full of broken glass. I prepare to say,
I'ma be alright.
seemingly hope you ask.
Dismantling the math of every bridge in our path. The ugly carving out a line between the good and the bad. You can scream until the cords in your neck stretch and snap. But best believe the 3 of us will walk away with the last laugh.
Fans to the camp of silhouettes with a crooked cigarette clamp and a raised cup. Crooked in a cage for luck if I should botch it. Negotiate the merger with an optimistic process, then surf through the wormhole. I guess I'm still learning the trickery. Breathe and I shove my key in the mystery. Jimmy the Lion, then attach my nickname to the victory. It's like we've been through the same shit 100 times. If you see a penny, pick it up like engine number 9.
Time is of the essence. The blind don't get offended. My prime is with my presence. Mine gets all the credit. Rewind that for a second. That line wasn't impressive. Find what I've suggested.
And dine on what we shed.
From the negatives and positives and sedatives deposited in sediment to consciousness. The let it live hypothesis of rhetoric to hostages to shed up with the goddesses. My head is splitting. Gotta get some medicine to conquer it.
This town is nothing but a ghost town. The tumbleweeds are whispering to get down with the broke down. In these days, I spend more time on the freeways than I do in my own bed, and it's fucking up my head. Another pack of smokes, roughly 7 more beers, brings me another day closer to the end of this year. This farm caught all the damage the storm brought. We're taking all of your crops, from your children to your corn cobs.
Attempts to break the ice, I take a slice of pacifism, classically conditioned, be a path up to stick in the kitchen where the bell tolls. Placed in a cell amidst fellow hermits, know the 1,000 hellos, with not enough room for 2,000 elbows.
I got a chip on my shoulder and a chip in my tooth. The proof is in the pudding, but the pudding's in my youth. The kid growing older through a stick in the truth, trying to rip himself loose from the grip of the noose.
Man, how many minutes must I sit in this corner and fidget, patiently searching for existence in this KFC biscuit? Eyedea, Blockhead, atmosphere, Aesop Rock. Who the fuck you think left them cracks in your sidewalk?
Eyedea could spit that and Slug could spit in your motor. I could spit raps and attach the Liberty Bell makeover. It's bound to be nothing short of scrap delineation, but I gave this song a ring and she considers herself taken, so I sing to where the winds burn faces, where some cats flash yellowbacks like jaundice patients, complacent with stop, drop, runaway. If there's art and casualty, maybe the fact my plastic halo runs off a car batteries like fish food or galley.
I've been waiting for this situation for the past few days, masturbating with my thoughts, were caught in a masquerade. I'm beating around the bush looking for a faster way. Perhaps the play on this stage, a disaster will actually pay. Maybe, so I keep on going straight. What do you say? We trade places and wait patient to go crazy. I blatantly warned you, faithfully scorn fake description of my silhouette wouldn't make sense to the mind of a baby.
We never look for trouble from no one, but if the shoes fit, I wear them kicks with pride, inside and outside.
All the way to the song,
and maybe we'll all get along when we've died. What we're trying to say is you could never begin to comprehend this. No need to even attempt. This planet is mine and I'ma handle it fine when I learn how to manage my time.
Manage your time.
I'ma wear down this world with my tracks. I'ma love it until I break her back. And I'ma blow her a kiss and a smile. With my luck, I'ma miss by a mile. I'ma wear down this world with my tracks. I'ma love it until I break her back. I'ma blow her a kiss and a smile. With my luck, I'ma miss by a mile.
My luck, I'll probably miss by a mile. My luck, I'll probably miss by a mile. My luck, I'll probably miss by a mile. My luck, I'll probably miss by a mile.
Yeah. Shit talk extraordinaire. Print motherfucking Mac. I got like 8 bars to kill. Time to spill. I'm in a place with motherfucking Ace Rizzle. Ace Wiggity Rock. You know what I'm saying? Could be one. The engineer from Section right here. I spit with an immense amount of power. Spark slang showers. Cowards cower underneath our storm clouds that indicate the acid rain hours. Now or never, ever. Ending on a bad note. Gripping a crap's throat for spitting a bad quote.
Blueprint, what's your approach?
I smash black folk and white folk alike for jokes with mics. And make a Kodak moment out of the most boring open mic. I'll make a sad fan appreciate rap again. Fuck around and forget just how whack it's been. I'm a bad man.
Why is that?
I catch bullets in my molars, body slam boas, then take flight with the weight of the world on my shoulders. And play David Blaine on any chains that hold us. What started out as food for thought, turning her thoughts to turning crews into food in hopes to satisfy my insatiable appetite to dine on life forms. Small planets and satellites, your solar system is my condiment. I vomit comets and don't sweat the small things and nonsense. Every dog has its day and even more so in rhyming. So I decided that I never played a fire hydrant or grab the mic sounding lazy, worn down and tired. Cats don't really fall off and just get uninspired. But before you get a reason to ever diss us, I'll drop an ill LP and disappear like Bobby Fischer. But this is the building block of all that is, and what it is alchemy.
Alchemy, basic, with a touch of wild wonder. Alchemy, we made this to take your style under. Metal frame, metal game with a limb, tight grip. destiny. Burdened murders with a burnt version of peasantry. Nervous clerks flirting with hurly-burly chemistry. Graffiti burner urchin merging with a certain herd to jerk and serve your centerpiece. My zigzag fully balanced gallops with a fiery outline. Banner bomb y'all pastel poets belly up.
I'll tell you what.
One style in 4 dimensions, count them. 3 to take it to your muck. 1 to build a world you'll never touch, and I'm a pilot. Delirium, searing, poison arrangement. Come browse through an idyllic storm and suck the raw enslavement with a grim style stinger creeping out the basement. Encased in wild, ritualistic visions of sacrificial bitch cadence. For all my iron giant soldiers with a metal fist up, shielding Mother Nature from a fatal wrist cut. Story, I respect you.
So why they blaming you for the cats that sleep while the earth turns?
Yeah, I had them up all night praying I'd re-release music for earthworms. Breathe even a lean squeamish, script milestone like ring ring ring. I just caught the scream phoenix, click dial tone. Welcome to a cloud 12, brutal hallucination, war pillar, carnivore, carnival, karma slasher. I dash like a jackrabbit that orbits revelation with a single pounce to Edward Scissorhands, your string of doubt.
Turn it out.
This is that mighty Casey home field advantage to bend your blizzard with a crocodile smile and 5 robot knuckles to your kisser.
This is alchemy, basic with a touch of wild wonder. Alchemy, we made this to take your style under. Metal frame walking through a metal game with a limp tight grip, determined not to let time slip. This is alchemy, iron B-boy in all its glory. Alchemy, golden from the coldest side of the story. Metal frame walking through a metal game with a limp tight grip, determined not to let time slip.
Blind, like one whom sleep comes over in a swoon, I stumbled into darkness and went down.
Enter his head. Enter his head. Enter his head. Enter. This is not an entrance.
Enter his head. Enter his head. Enter his head. The doorman cards an entrance. The floor plan tore and all that's left is carpet remnants. Round here you won't find a single spark of interest. Only a cart of vintage comics and a chronic heart condition.
The incision was made. Dig a grave for the dim vision brave that couldn't make the grade. Stick 'em quick, give 'em back to the beginning and explain how the weak frame snaps from the collision.
Wanted Harvard, Princeton, and Yale, but found a wound-up target pigeon for sale that fell just below his 2 cents as a start position. With the sharpest vision to hell, this nuisance clutched his soul with ruthless artistic vision and move up to grow beyond his yardbird prison.
He's the type of guy that likes to believe in lies. His head is full of space, so there's stars inside his eyes. He's quick to kick the game if the listener's a she. Someday we'll see him get consumed by his fantasies. He used to be a friend, but now he's just a shell. Another zombie walking around, re-manifesting his own hell. And if he worried about himself and left the rest alone, maybe then he'd find some focus for this mess inside his home.
And the whole world looks different from the back of a van. No one's here to scold him, so he acts like a man. Practice the stance while the waves on the shore crash. Each splash dampens his feet as they laugh at the sand.
People gotta love him, can't live with him, can't die with him. Just sit back, analyze, and try to figure where I fit in. They call me hypocrite, they call me arrogant, but when they call I'm not around and they wonder where I went. It goes, people gotta love him, can't live with him, can't die with him. Just sit back, analyze, and try to figure where I fit in. They call me hypocrite, they call me arrogant, but when they call I'm not around and they wonder where I went. It goes, people gotta love him, can't live with him, can't die with him. Just sit back, analyze, and try to figure where I fit in. They call me hypocrite, they call me arrogant, but when they call I'm not around and they wonder where I went. And when the lights come on, the ghosts are all gone. I sit in my chair and say a toast for yesterdays. And when the power goes out, I close my mouth and dream about tomorrow, where I'll find my anyways.
He's learned how to put tinfoil oil and microwaves, and simultaneously change the windshield wiper blades. I watch the pimps walk proud in the Avenue Expo, and the whole channel reminds me of an after-school special.
Where she's the type of girl that stays mad at the world, trying to find a fossil inside an empty bottle. Used to be a love on the way to being loathed. They lay down to sleep and they keep on all their clothes. It goes, people gotta love them, can't live with them, can't die with them. Just sit back, analyze, and try to figure where I fit in. They call me hypocrite, they call me arrogant, but when they call I'm not around, and they wonder where I went. It goes, people gotta love them, can't live with them, can't die with them. Just sit back, analyze, and try to figure where I fit in. They call me hypocrite, they call me arrogant, but when they call I'm not around, and they wonder where I went. It goes, people gotta love them, can't live with them, can't die with them. Just sit back, analyze, and try to figure where I fit in. They call me hypocrite, they call me arrogant, but when they call I'm not around, and they wonder where I went. And the beautiful ones look at the Bryan Lake Bowl. It's hard to keep control when the smile takes hold. When I walk down the plank, ain't nobody whistling. I drink the water before I start to fishing it. The beautiful ones work at the Bryan Lake Bowl. It's hard to keep control when the smile takes hold. When I walk down the plank, ain't nobody whistling. I drink the water before I start to fish it. The beautiful ones work at the Bryan Lake Bowl. It's hard to keep control when the smile takes hold. When I walk down the plank, ain't nobody whistling. I drink the water before I start to fishing it. The beautiful ones work at the Bryan Lake Bowl. It's hard to keep control when the smile takes hold. When I walk down the plank, ain't nobody whistling. I drink the water before I start to fish.
Of excellence, where pesticides abide to ward off the weeds from gardens of negligence. The sharpness of rhyme stabs pin till it bleeds, drenching the paper that clothes each body of souls. When the sun hides in the folds of the horizon, you'll notice three celestial silhouettes standing on the seas crying.
first ones to hurt you. You babbling, doggy paddling in a shark circle, and the outcome is about to become horrible. Like the teachings of Hannibal Lecter, he taught me how to kill a man with just one lecture. But the times have changed and so have the seasons, and rhymes have changed and so have the reasons. This raps is ready to remove clouds from the sky's cleavage. If it ain't broken, you best leave it. There's still a part of me that can't see it, but tries every single sunrise to retrieve it. Adam stepped on the scene, shortly the balance beam tipped, leaving time's bow tie ripped. Who said it's time to relax? It's time to react and don't get trapped in an endless cycle of minutes and seconds, running laps around you. Do you want to change time or let time change you? So we left a precious capsule, so in 100 years when you find this, you gotta rewind this. It's an evolving compliment, like we all came from fish, like we all came from fish.
Yeah, that's that shit. DJ Static, Not Ill, Slug, and Printmatic.
Throw a fist high.
Ladies and gents,
Throw a fist high.
you hate me or you love me.
Throw a fist high.
Ladies and gents, get involved, get loud, get them up, get down.
Throw a fist high.
Ladies and gents,
Throw a fist high.
you hate me or you love me.
Throw a fist high.
Get involved, get loud, get them up.
Spit the classic shit. To avoid the struggle, my hustle had to change from desk jobs to being in a lab all day. Unseen for whole seasons, making tracks that bang. So now, when I show my face, it's like Groundhog Day. I told you once, every dog has its day except for the ones that sit around and complain. To be a winner at this game, you have to play. Take control of every minute till you've mastered days. Sometimes I feel like I don't belong, cause every time I turn around, another corny rapper gets on. Ass clowns is eating, that's becoming a norm. But I can freestyle, write a song, plus perform, while juggling the circumstance thrown my way. Scream loud as hell till I'm old and gray, cause all I do is write songs radio won't play. The truth hurts and only rhyming makes the pain go away.
Throw a fist high.
Ladies and gents,
Throw a fist high.
you hate me or you love me.
Throw a fist high.
Get involved, get loud. When the slugs penetrate, you feel a burning sensation.
Looking out the window at the desert and the tumbleweeds. Skip the miracles and focus on the subtleties. Still a struggle to achieve what little Sluggo needs. Stale, exhaled air makes it tough to breathe. 7, so tall, call him Jazz Man. Falling off the planet, found him locked inside the cat's van. Set him free like the pollen seeds and watch him build colonies out of apocalyptic apologies. Slow your roller, just fold if your bluff's timid. I'm stuck in it to make fools of those that fuck with it. Commence your whispering and say hello to my little friend. I call him Dick, he's the middleman. They say I'm cocky, honey, fuck me or get off me. Even got the choir believing the preacher singing off key. Slug printing that ill, running up this anthill of a landfill called Earth to put some worth upon these rap skills.
Ladies and gents,
Throw a fist high.
you hate me or you love me.
Throw a fist high.
Ladies and gents,
Throw a fist high.
get involved, get loud, get them up, get down, get ill, that ill. That's right, y'all.
There's a party going on inside, no man is safe from a blitzkrieg, a spit wax and snare drums. 3 flows, 2 cents, and a cup of anger. Hit you with a sledgehammer, street banger, air hanger. Blueprint, Slug, and that skills connect. DK to Cincinnati, Minnesota, Midwest. Grown man music, hard work and no rest. Cease in a moment, spit till the last bit of our breath. We do it so passionately. Flows hit the tracks with pinpoint accuracy. 3 verbal anatomies strapped to the back of the beats. We slapping whack, rapping MCs trapped in these seats. Then take the quality time to put it down. A surround sound ground choke hole in your town. Keep rocking till they put us in a hole in the ground, and the world comes tumbling down. How that sound?
Ladies and gents,
Throw a fist high.
you hate me or you love me.
Throw a fist high.
Ladies and gents, get involved, get loud, get them up, get down.
Throw a fist high.
Ladies and gents,
Throw a fist high. And I'm the type of customer that orders the works. Now, not the same as any, I run the game of plenty. I buy my nickels from a dime that goes by the name of Penny. The last starfighter, searching for a starfucker. The drunk parallel parker, thank God for car bumpers. Another day, shot in the head and buried. While your wifey tries to convince me that she shouldn't have got married. From the Gallagher bugs, to the amateur thugs, to the punk rock chicks that can't handle my hugs. I'll be standing upon a web, born out of a thought, where the spider makes her bed out of the carcasses she caught. Hey yo, she's got that good hair, me I got dandruff. She wears a smile and me I wear handcuffs. Yo, wait a minute, savior, how about a little truth? You couldn't save yourself if you had a cape and a phone booth. The roof is on fire, the floor is underwater. The fish ignored the bait and ate the bobber. And as God hovers up above the highway in a chopper, I'm down here writing songs for her daughter. Is that your quarter?
Trapped in a dead video game. Trapped in a dead video game. Trapped in a dead video game. With just one man.
Put your quarter up, brother. My underhanded summer jam escaped with a free game in my back pocket. The ego anthem of the year left clear off the concrete valley to murder silhouettes with a budget that had me bumming cigarettes. My soul stuck in the mud pit, absorbing anchors with a wash-shaped water stick and 5 great venoms. Cornered at the door by a sideways phantom with a swift attitude problem. Knuckled up with the carbon-based common garden goblin. I'm drowsy, who drifted by the lousy Virgin Mary nightlight luminance. Them blew a kiss to sin. Would've said count me in, but just couldn't afford the bounty. I'm through the deed myself before the second leaping sheep even got counted. Multiple tasking, drastic, unsociable captain gasping. Jay Gatsby the great bastion, open the plastic backspins. Strapped with a plague and a cocktail napkin wrapped in origami dragon fashion. Flashed in an effort to smash your pattern. Magnanimous to say a little on this ancient foundation. They foundations running bases for nickel tips. Coordinate the zoning and the speed as trickle drips out. I'll skip town once these upright citizens sit down.
Yo, I go next. Put your quarter up for bets, put your daughter up. MF is sorta corrupt, not to be confused with the fake fly raw sound. Still the one who used to take your high score down. With more rhymes and germs a spitball carry, as it fly through the air like Pitfall Harry. Shit y'all, fairies take a loss like Slobodan. This goes out to man, woman, and child from Robotron. Before the end I save the world like Defender. There's no time for curling up to hurl from a bender like back when your last 5 never went to weed. More likely on like 20 rounds of centipede. If it go fast or slow, no matter in the flow, down packed like the old acro pattern. Those who need to learn the technique, take heed, note. It switch like Spy Hunter once he to the speedboat.
We got a gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for us. A gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for
Going
us.
through my mind museum. You're working to amuse him with your love to pour leakage when I, the seamstress, hymns your genes to the point of DNA seams. Seas of nitrogen floods the blood, so while you rock ice, I internalize my slice of American pie. Derelict I stand as man, homo sapien upright, personal closer, exploder. Allow corpses the option when I'm rocking to roll over. A flow soldier, tiptoe information with platoon on Pluto. Rock room of Intergalactica, too soon to tell my third moon to swoon just yet. We just met and you're dangling from the testicular fortitude, more than rude. I show you the exit when I wreck this. It twists vertebrae in the twizzlers, twinkling in the night sky. Might I regurgitate and close the gate from tractor beam folktale? My worst fear and enemy tried to get me and they both failed. After attempting to visually intake the shine of mine, you wrote braille. So many rhymes in no time. My verb heat makes the sun cry. The truth and nothing but Illogic won't lie. We insist on evil cleansing, washing of hands and rinsing, and we refuse to wear masks while fencing. You have the option to put your soul in position to get trampled as we inject clouds in our veins from sky samples. Iska, Bibbles hit ya with riddles to crack the outer shell and expose the chewy center of you Skittles.
We got a gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for us. The gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for us.
I guess everybody needs somebody to blame, so shift your dead weight. I open leg gates and walk a lit path. You walk away limp. The battering that crippled your statements are gathering fragments scattered in wind chimes. I'm opening flesh up, the ceiling within time. Damn shame, smothered in sand grains. We'll toast to your death. I'll even pop champagne. For classy niggas in top hats, drop the axe. Bury hatchets in your two lips, tapping out ink wells to finish the blueprints. The medium uses mediocre smokers. Some become a nuisance out. Break wind through your chest plate, feeling full. The fire escape. Stand the pain, fanning the flames. A fire hazard. You're chemically imbalanced biohazard. Get dumped into pumpkin patches or green pastures, converted to wasteland and rarely seen afterwards. Barely legal in the air with eagles scout for prey. I carry lethal venom in my DNA. Decompose, irregular track marks from my train of thought show. Force it out your torso till you dry heave. Ho, give me leeway. I walk a lit path and leeway. Some get handled in stomach acid these days. Plunge into the overflowing cup of crapola. Hung over the heads of eavesdropping lap over. Loud mouth. Over loud mouth.
We got a gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for us. A gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for us. These MCs just tickle me, trying to riddle me with they little styles that epitomize stupidity. Elevation is an asinine similes that ultimately fall. Or punchless punchlines that couldn't possibly put a dent in a cotton ball. Olive oil with a dukes up trying to brawl. Biceps too small to even raise up like your arm. And when a cipher transforms into a western, I stand firm. With gunpowder and lead burns embedded in my skin from previous wins. Well versed on what beef is, and when it ends, you'll be walking holding hands with a heavy set soprano. My man True Skills plays taps on the piano. Illogic hold you down, I stick a fork in your body. The Iskabibbles came to crash a little party with a fistful of innovation, mind motivated towards turning any stage into a ticker-tape parade. And achieve more in a mere 30 seconds than you can achieve in 30 minutes, cause you lack stage presence. Goddamn. When my music expands, you'll see every one of my fans in the crowd holding hands. As a nation of unadulterated love, watching me hovering up above. Behold the blue dove. We got a gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for us. A gift for MCs direct from Pandora. A little black box that'll suck in your aura. With enough souls in it to make a male chorus. Reconsider if you got something for us. Reconsider if you got something for us. Reconsider. True Skills, DJ, Low Zone, Illogic, Metro, Columbus, Greenhouse Effect. The Iskabibbles.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for long, long years, stole many a man's soul and faith.
Thank you very kindly, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a fantastically beautiful audience. Wichita audience is just fantastic. We're very, very happy to be here today, and we're so grateful to you for showing up in such great numbers.